takes a lot of hard work and dedication to prepare the world's largest submarines for their missions, but the end result is a vessel that is fully capable of exploring the depths of the sea and keeping our nation safe. What happens to the submarine before it goes on a mission? And how is the largest submarine taken out of the water to go into dry dock? Is this possible at all? Without dry docking, submarines would not be able to function to their fullest capabilities. Therefore, this process is vital to ensure the safety and readiness of the crew, and to keep the submarines in the best possible condition for their next mission. Dry docking is a process in which a submarine is brought out of the water and placed on land in a dry dock, which is a large basin with a watertight gate that can be closed to allow water inside to be pumped out. This allows the submarine to be inspected and maintained in a dry, safe environment. If a submarine is involved in an accident or sustains damages during a mission, it is also brought to the dry dock for a thorough inspection and repair of any damage. Before a nuclear submarine enters a dry dock, it must undergo a process called deactivation. This involves shutting down the nuclear reactor and removing all nuclear fuel rods. The submarine is then towed to the dry dock, where it will remain until the maintenance and repair work is completed. But how is the largest submarine pulled out of the sea to go to dry dock? The process of bringing a submarine to dry dock and removing it from the sea is a delicate and intricate operation that involves a wide range of specialized equipment and personnel. The first step in the process is to prepare the submarine for the move. This typically involves shutting down all systems, purging the ballast tanks, and securing any loose equipment. Once the sub is ready, it is slowly moved out of its berthing area using a combination of tugs and its propulsion system. Once the submarine is clear of its berthing area, it's moved to dry dock. This is typically done using a series of cranes and winches, which are used to lift the submarine out of the water and onto a specially designed platform. As the sub is being lifted, its weight is carefully monitored to ensure that it is properly balanced and that there's no risk of damage. Once the submarine is securely on the dry dock, the next step is to remove any remaining water from its hull. This is done using a combination of pumps and special water removal equipment, which is carefully calibrated to ensure that no damage is done to the sub's delicate systems. The first step in the dry dock process is a comprehensive visual inspection. Teams of technicians and engineers thoroughly examine the exterior of the vessel, checking for any signs of damage or wear that may have occurred during its last mission. The inspection of the exterior of the hull includes looking for cracks, corrosion, or other damage that may have occurred during the sub's previous missions. This is done using a variety of techniques, including visual inspections, ultrasonic testing, and X-ray scans. Any damage found is then repaired. The team also inspects the propellers and rudder for any wear or damage and makes repairs as necessary. In addition to the visual inspections, the submarine systems are also thoroughly checked and tested. This includes everything from the propulsion and navigation systems to the electrical and communication systems. Any issues found during this process are promptly addressed and corrected. For example, a submarine could be fitted with a new sonar or radar systems to improve its ability to detect and track other vessels. Another example is the incorporation of the air-independent propulsion system. It allows the sub to stay underwater for a longer period. This way, the sub can stay longer in the field and carry out their mission. Additionally, updates to the sub's command and control systems, navigation, and communication systems can also be performed during dry docking. These upgrades not only improve the submarine's performance, but they also ensure that the sub is better equipped to operate in the modern environment. Furthermore, there may be additional operational requirements which might require upgrades during dry dock. That includes the installation of additional fuel storage tanks to increase operational range, or installation of a new cooling system to handle new generations of power plants. Overall, the upgrades and modernization during dry docking enables the submarine to be equipped with the latest technology and capabilities, which helps to increase its effectiveness and efficiency, making it a valuable asset for the country's defense and security. After the inspections and tests have been completed, it's time for the maintenance team to get to work. This includes everything from painting and rust prevention to repairing and replacing worn or damaged parts. It's crucial that everything is in top working order before the submarine sets sail. In some cases, dry docking is also a good opportunity to remove hazardous materials and waste from the submarine, such as lead-acid batteries, which helps to minimize the environmental impact on the vessel. The interior maintenance includes the checkups of the sub's life support systems, checking the air and water quality, food storage, and other essential systems that are essential for the survival of the crew members. Once the sub is fully repaired and ready to go, it's carefully moved back into the water using the same cranes and winches that were used to bring it into the dry dock. The sub is then moved back to its berthing area and prepared for its next mission. But how is the sub prepared for war missions from its berth? What do the sailors have to do? When the sub is back from dry dock and in top condition in its berth, the sailors are called to come aboard and given a comprehensive briefing on the mission. This typically includes the information on the sub's destination, the specific objectives of the mission, and any potential threats or hazards that the crew may encounter. The crew is also given extensive training on how to operate the sub's systems and weapons, as well as on how to respond to emergency situations. Once the crew is fully prepared and the sub is ready to go, it's moved out of the berthing area and into open water. As the submarine begins its journey, the crew conducts a series of tests and drills to ensure that all systems are functioning properly and that the crew is prepared for any contingencies. As the sub approaches its destination, the crew begins to take a more active role in the mission. This typically includes monitoring the submarine sensors and communication systems for any signs of potential threats, as well as preparing the sub's weapons for use if necessary. The crew also closely monitor the sub's position and course to ensure that it remains undetected and that it can quickly respond to any potential threats. As the sub reaches its destination, the crew goes into a heightened state of readiness. The submarine's weapon systems are armed, and the crew is prepared to launch an attack if necessary. The sub's sensors and communication systems are closely monitored for any signs of potential threats, and the crew is prepared to take evasive action or launch a counterattack if necessary. If the sub does come under attack, the crew's training and experience are put to the test. They must respond quickly and effectively to the threat, using the sub's weapons and evasive maneuvers to defend themselves. The crew also closely monitors the sub systems to ensure that there is no damage and that the submarine can continue its mission. Once the mission is complete, the sub returns to its berthing area where the crew is debriefed and the submarine is inspected again for any damage. Any issues that are identified during the inspection are quickly addressed and resolved to ensure that the sub is ready for its next mission. The crew members not only stay busy deep underwater, but the process above water is also very important. Could you live and work in a submarine for months on end? Let us know in the comments, and let's all like this video to pay respect to all the US Navy crew members around the world. Don't